First line, defenseman number 22, Matthew Bowlby, number 25, Eon Hitton, and forwards number 8, Philip Kraus, number 9, Andrew Rowe, and number 15, Brandon Coast. The second line, number 5, Fabio Wagner, number 23, Maury Edwards, number 74, Travis Dennis, and number 86, Gabriel Pietra, number 90, Jan Vilus. The third line, defenseman number 6, Kevin Marino, and number 3, Lucas Sitterback. Forwards, the third line, number 67, Marco Friedrich, number 19, top scorer Wojciech Stachowiak, and number 21, Wayne Simpson. The fourth line, defenseman number 28, Daniel Schneider, number 7, Colton Schalke. The forwards, number 12, Noah Dana, number 10, Nico Heflin, and number 33, Charles Bertrand. Dags att bestämma avställningen för Växjö Lakers. This is the roster of Växjö Lakers. På målvakterna 70 Adam Åman och Emil Landberg, 33. Första femman svarar 64, Erik Martinsson. Högerbacken 21, Ryan Cooper. Vänster forward 22, Tobias Rieder. Center första femman är Kossi. 86 år Likvärd, den avslutar första femman. Andra femman har vänsterkanten nummer 17, Gabriel Karlsson. Kollega nummer 94, Joel Persson. Vänster forward 62, Manuel Åberg. Center nummer 87, Robert Rosén. Höger forward 28, Hugo Gustafsson. Tredje formationen vänsterback 36, Elias Rosén. Högerback nummer 8, Zach Gittari. Vänster forward 13, Lakers toppforward Dylan McLaughlin. Center nummer 9, Viktor Stjernborg. Höger forward nummer 18, Marcus Silvergård. Fjärde linan vänsterback nummer 6, Ariel Hurtig. Högerback nummer 82, Joel Svensson. Vänster forward 41, Ludvig Nilsson. Center nummer 25, Filip Eriksson.
What a goal! Oh my goodness! What an attempt that is! And the pocket bracket, they score!
Vet du vad det roliga var då?
Ja. Hallå banan!
Hello and welcome to Vida Arena in Växjö, Sweden. In April, the hometown Lakers closed out an SHL title here, extending an impressive run with their 4th league crown out of the last 8 on offer. Tonight, they're looking for a closeout of a different kind with a spot of the Champions Hockey League quarterfinals on the line. It's Växjö and Ingolstadt as the round of 16 reaches the second leg. The Lakers lead 4-1 in the total goal matchup after an efficient performance last week in Germany, one that featured a strong start, timely scoring, and some excellent goaltending. But a good push in the second period and a strong third frame from Ingolstadt have to give the visitors some hope coming in. Great to have you along as these teams get together for what is the 3rd time this Champions Hockey League season. Yes, they met also in the regular season. That was a 5-2 victory for Växjö back in early October. 1 week ago, 4-1 the final score. It got started with a bit of a fluke goal from Toby Rita, carried on from there after a bit of a push in the second that saw the home side get to within 1 at 2-1. A big goal from Victor Sternberg made it 3-1 in the second period, and it was fairly comfortable in the end from Växjö. There's a look at the home team's lineup for this matchup. Some changes coming in, 3 changes in fact. They include Captain Joel Persson returning to the blue line. Junior Alphonse Frey comes out. Veteran forward Philip Eriksson replaces fellow experienced hand Martin Lundberg. And talented Sabres prospect Noah Estlund sits this one out. Swedish junior scoring star Joel Svensson gets a turn in the contest. For Mark French and visiting ERC Ingolstadt, also 3 changes. And they are featured on the right side of their forward setup. Recent signing and Olympic medalist for Canada, Brandon Kozin, makes his CHL debut for the club. Former Tapper player Charles Bertrand suits up, and so does DEL veteran Jan Neuenhaus. Patrick Virta, Nicholas Schindler, and Enrico Henriquez Morales come out to make room. We are just into the pregame ceremony, so I'll step aside, and all that will follow with first period play-by-play. And with that, just about set for the opening face-off at Vida Arena in Växjö. There are your officials for the match this evening. The referees are from Switzerland. The linesmen are from the host nation of Sweden. A place in the quarterfinal at stake here with Växjö coming in with a 3-goal lead. Remember, it's a 2-game total goal series, and Växjö leading at 4-1 after the meeting in Germany last week. There is Adam Oman, who played in that game 1 week ago. He was outstanding. 31 saves on 32 shots. Devin Williams will once again be his adversary in the contest. Williams starting in the opener, and he turned aside 27 of 31 in the setback. He has been the go-to goaltender in the Champions Hockey League for Mark French, who really leans on fellow goaltender Michael Gartag for much of the work in the DEL. Jörgen Jansson in his 12th season on an SHL staff, second season as head coach with Växjö, and his Lakers in pretty good form right now. We know they are unbeaten in the Champions Hockey League. They're also faring well in the Swedish Hockey League, defending league champions. Coming into the contest in third spot in the SHL, tied with Luleå for the second most points, 5 points behind first place Färjestad. Home side in the orange, the visitors are in the white, and the visitors are especially well supported for this one, as the team booked a flight to include a number of fans to come along with them. So about 180 boarded a plane for Ingolstadt, making the way to Sweden. That includes team staff, team personnel, all the players, and then a significant number of supporters, many other supporters coming on their own. So good numbers representing Ingolstadt in Sweden for this decisive match in the round of 16. The puck is down, and they are underway. The guests in white will play it into the Växjö zone, bouncing off the inboards. A forecheck underway for the DEL club. Up and away though, Växjö at center. It's the leading scorer in the Swedish Hockey League playing it in Kalle Kosela. Finware's number 11 has 21 points already on the year. At the line, Eric Martinson under some pressure. Put the puck into the corner. Kosela's on the scene. He's being watched closely. Matt Bodie is there. Veteran defenseman Bodie with experience aplenty in North America, including extended time in the AHL. Växjö setting into its offensive mode here early on, working in that attacking third. Cycling the puck. And now getting it to the net. Williams watching as it bounces to the corner. Speaking of bounces, how about the strange goal that got it started a week ago in Germany, as the pass gets just beyond Brandon Kozinen down the ice. A couple of players coming together in the corner in the Ingolstadt zone. The puck flies up in the air, goes over netminder Williams, and then teammate Marco Friedrich trying to glove the puck out of the air, swatted it into his own goal. That was just over 3 minutes in. And in just about the strangest fashion imaginable, it was Växjö on top right and early. Here's a shot that sails wide. After the game, a number of participants in the contest commenting on that early goal, its importance for Växjö, and also how unusual it was. Växjö would lead 2-0 after the first. Daniel Pieta scored early in the second. A great setup from Travis St. Dennis as a shot sails wide. And that made it a 2-1 game. Ingolstadt had power play time to try and tie it 2-2. Couldn't get it done. And right at the end of a power play, Victor Sternberg busted in on goal and fired one by Williams to make it 3-1 in the second. That was pretty significant in shifting the energy of the game. It would be 4-1 Växjö through 2. Nice push in the third from Ingolstadt. They even took the goaltender out late in the game in the 2-game total goal series. That got some people's attention, raised some eyebrows. They did not concede a goal to fall further behind, but to their disappointment, they also weren't able to narrow the gap. Just about 3 minutes in, much of it in this Ingolstadt zone. Now a chance for possession. Tiring to do all that defending. So sometimes tough to have the energy to attack once you get control after a long spell in the D zone. They'll make a change. Errant pass scooped up by Växjö. Back inside the line, ML Silvergård wraps it around. Silvergård's pass is not picked up by a teammate, instead cleared out of the zone. Noah Dunham playing it into Växjö territory, right back the other way. shifting it from the left side to the right. Mirko Höflin had a chance to gather it. He can't. It'll come to the line. There's Martinson. Martinson snaps it down the boards. We get a whistle, and looks like we've got our first penalty call of the game. No, instead just a violation that stopped the action, moved the face-off outside the line. The teams will remain at 5-on-5. Special teams, an area of great difference between the two teams, with Växjö especially strong on the power play. Penalty kill, a weakness for ERC Ingolstadt. They want to play this game at 5-on-5. Take their chances on the counter. 4 minutes played in the opening period of Game 2. 3 goals separating the teams. You see the aggregate numbers at the top of the screen. If the contest is tied at the end of 60 minutes, in terms of the aggregate score, tied at the end of these 60 minutes. So, for example, if it's 4-4 on aggregate after 60 minutes of this contest, the teams will then go to a 10-minute 3-on-3 sudden death overtime period. It remains even after the 10 minutes. Game-winning shots will decide who advances to the quarterfinals. Bracket setup means the winner of this one goes on to meet the winner of Genève Servette and Red Bull Munich. Six games in the round of 16 today, 2 to come tomorrow, including that aforementioned matchup, Genève Servette and Red Bull Munich, as the puck goes in behind the Växjö goal. There's a chance in the offensive end now for Ingolstadt to establish something. They work it along the boards. Friedrich put it in deep, played out in front to Ogren. He had a man on him right away. But Växjö able to corral it. They'll start forward on the left side. Ogren gives to Marcus Silvergård. He's got 12 goals to lead the SHL in that category. That includes a 4-goal game last week in which he scored 3 times in regulation and then got the deciding goal in the shootout for his team. So Marcus Silvergård, a man in rare form right now. Växjö, 7 wins in 7 games in the CHL this season. 2 of those games decided beyond 60 minutes, 1 in overtime and 1 in a shootout. But they have not lost a game. Started out that way for Ingolstadt. They won 3 in a row. Winning in France against Rouen. Dumping Färjestad, the SHL leaders, in a game in Ingolstadt, and then winning in Austria against Red Bull Salzburg. But after that, nothing but losses. Falling to Dinamo Pardubice, to Växjö in that regular season matchup, and then Vitkovice to close out the regular season, followed by the 4-1 defeat 1 week ago in Germany. But it is a playoff appearance for them and their first visit to the round of 16. On even terms here, 7 minutes into period 1. Jobke knocks the puck ahead. Tussle forward in between the blue lines, goes back into the Växjö zone. Pass ahead for Philip Eriksson into the lineup in this game. He'll head off on a change. Gabriel Carlson, who's come in and fit in really well with this Växjö team. They've had an overhaul on defense. He's been a big part of it and contributed very well, maybe more on the offense than they anticipated, as the whistle stops the play. Just about 8 minutes into a scoreless first period in Växjö.
Good start, boys.
Power play, keep attacking the net here. Keep attacking the net, power play.
Växjö with a 4-1 aggregate lead over Ingolstadt as we get settled into the first period here of game number 2. First power play of the game is on the way. Collision along the boards away from the puck, and so it will be a manpower advantage for this Växjö team. And you heard a little bit from head coach Jörgen Jansson during the pause. More of the same. He loves the way his team has started. Why wouldn't he? They have dominated possession and worked primarily in that offensive end, and now have earned the power play. Mentioned it a moment ago, this Växjö power play is a good one, 25% efficient. That's 4th best in the CHL. 74.4%. The penalty kill for Ingolstadt, that's near the bottom of the pack. There's a blast from Persson at the line. Marcus Silvergård finds the loose puck. Silvergård dished it, gets it back, does the same again. They're really snapping it around in the offensive zone. Blickfeld down low. They look out front for Rita. Doesn't click. Persson at the line. Silvergård in front. They score. It's a power play goal, and a beautifully worked one at that. Slick passing leads to the tip in front, and Växjö extends the advantage. It's 1-0 in the second leg, 5-1 on aggregate. And just a wonderfully executed power play from Växjö. Look at the puck movement as they work it around the zone. Silvergård in front. He sees Kosala there. May have glanced off a skate, but no cause for concern. That was not a direct kicking action. And so they score on the power play. Now remember how things work in the CHL on the power play this year. That doesn't mean that the power play comes to an end. The 2-minute sentence has to be served unless the shorthanded team is able to score. Then the player's out of the box. The power play continues, and there's just about half of it to run. So an early goal, this time on the power play for Växjö, as opposed to the oddity that occurred to get the scoring started a week ago. Kosala from Marcus Silvergård and Joel Persson at 8-11. Power play rolls on. Here's Dylan McLaughlin, who scored at an absurd 44% rate in the Champions Hockey League this season. Similar puck movement here. The shot foiled by a broken stick. Yeah, 44% of his shots are going in the CHL. There's a good-looking chance. Just about added to his numbers. Carlson then closed in on by Mirko Höflin, and the puck is deflected off the playing surface. Boy, this Växjö power play is so sharp. Player movement, puck movement, changing the point of attack. Substantial threat to this Ingolstadt penalty kill. Just cleaning up the remnants of that broken stick before they get back at it. Power play back underway. Cooper steers it out to his right. They come off the half wall looking for options. In front of the net is Ludvig Nielsen. They can't find him. Now they get it inside. And in the middle of the ice, a chance there for Emil Silvergård. Got right down Main Street and sent his bid wide. That was a well-worked opportunity. And the older of the Silvergårds couldn't quite get the shot inside the 4x6. Down at the other end, play is halted. mentioned big numbers of traveling support making the trip from Germany to Sweden. You can see them there rooting their team on as they get an offensive zone face-off. Great accomplishment for this Ingolstadt team to qualify for the Champions Hockey League, let alone make it into the playoffs. They've done very well this year as they send one to the net, and Oman has to be careful. Andrew Rowe planted in front, the former Rapperswil Jona player, and he was ready to clean up some scraps and even up this second leg. Maury Edwards, a veteran defenseman, he knows how to change his view of the goal and get a shot to the net. Did just that. It's good work. From the draw, back to the line. The shot hit a body in front. Växjö collects and they'll start at forward. Here's Rita. Rita, Carlson, Sternborg, and McLaughlin scoring in the first leg. Kalle Kosala on the list here in the second leg. Edwards under pressure quickly. Got the puck to Kozin on the boards. Kozin, a big name, recent signing for this Ingolstadt team, just getting into playing shape and getting used to his team. Big difference between training on your own and game action. Kozin signed for the rest of this season, most of the last 6 years in the KHL. Last year with Minsk, where he had 24 points in 41 games. He played nearly 400 games in the KHL and had almost 300 points. Olympic bronze medal for Canada in 22. There's an opening. The shot just not quite with the sting that Hugo Gustafsson was hoping for, and Williams not troubled in the end. That puck glancing away from Neuenhaus and presenting itself for Gustafsson, and Williams is ready. Växjö, the reigning champs in the SHL, 4 of the last 8 titles in that outstanding league, and they're finding their form domestically in that tie for the second spot in the standing as Williams snatches another. 5 points behind Färjestad. They've had a lot to cheer about at Vida Arena down the years, and they're enjoying this one here. Chance to see different teams and different styles of play matching up. One of the great elements of the Champions Hockey League. Ingolstadt quickly through neutral ice. They're into the offensive zone. Puck sliding off the stick of Pieta, who polished off that great feed from Travis St. Denis to make it a 2-1 game 1 week ago. Pieta forward here into the neutral zone. Pushed in across the line. St. Denis driving towards the net. Neuenhaus brings it off the boards. He put it low, looking for the top scorer, Wojciech Stachowiak. Stachowiak stays on it, but it's Växjö's puck. Pass ahead, nearly springing in a man alone. Still in behind the defense, and Sternberg holding things up a little, waiting for reinforcements. Stachowiak around the boards, Jobke. Now Simpson crosses the red line, bounces one for Stachowiak. He has a look, fires it. Karams to the boards. Friedrich, Simpson, all on hand, trying to make something happen for Ingolstadt. Trailing by 4 on aggregate, 1 on the night. Bodie, pass across his own zone to neutral territory. Växjö first to it. Allowed to tag up on the delayed offside. Bodie starting forward. Now the long lead pass to the line, but there's an orange wall there, and back comes Växjö. Working against a couple of checkers, trying to free things up. Charles Bertrand, the French international, former Tapper player. One of 3 changes to the lineup for Marc French for this game. Växjö, for an infrequent time in this game, having to work a little extra hard to get out of the zone. And now play is halted with 6:52 to go in the opening period. Got one goal in the game. Kalle Kosela's redirect on the power play at 8:11. The tally that separates the teams on night 2 of their 2-game total goal matchup.
Hey, Freeds. Really good slash, but like I was talking in the pre-scout, if we've got good numbers here, they're really going, like, they're flooding this side. I think there's times where it's better we stay wide, and if we can throw it across ice, there's a ton of room. As you're skating through, yeah, it's opened up the weak side D a little bit. If you don't see it's a rim, and we've got a little bit of possession, I would bend back and utilize the width a little bit more.
Mark French, the reigning DEL Coach of the Year. He led Hershey to a Calder Cup title in the American Hockey League in 2010. He has worked in the AHL, KHL, and the Swiss NL, ECHL, and the Western Hockey League. Very experienced coach. Some specific instructions there on the breakout from Marco Friedrich. And this one back underway. Team skating 5-a-side. Fabio Wagner moving it ahead for Ingolstadt. Kozen with a pass to the left side of neutral territory. They're in across the line. Bumping it off the end boards. Kozen's to it again. They go to the left wing, looking off the boards. They'll deliver it to Kozen. Kozen, a smooth skater, then into the slot, and a bang-bang play leads to a chance from Rowe. Kicked out by Oman. Kozen in the right corner. He'll go to the top of that left circle. Now the one-time blast. There's a big shot block. Bravely denied by the Växjö skater Blickfeld, more known for his offensive play. At the point, the wrister redirected, and that finds the back of the net. It's got the visiting support delighted. They celebrate a 1-1 goal here in leg 2. Maury Edwards sent it from the blue line. And he set those fans into full voice. Edwards, 36 years old, Defender of the Year in the DEL in the 1920 season. That's 2019-2020. And here's a look at what he did. Talked about his ability to get shots off there earlier. He took that shot, and there's a bit of a flyby screen. Might have caused some problems for Oman. I don't think it was redirected. So back to a 3-goal gap between the teams and tied at 1 in the second leg. And that's certainly against the flow of things in the game, as Växjö has dominated possession. But Ingolstadt finds a way to stay within reach in the overall picture. Maury Edwards with his first, and it's a 1-1 game. Kosela at 8:11, then Edwards at 14:57. That's what they came to see. Made the trip from Germany to watch their team in action and to see them compete with one of the giants of Europe. Experience a different hockey environment as well. So far, enjoying themselves, I am sure. Lucas Itterbard skates it out, gets as far as center. Gabriel Carlson will find the stray puck. They make that Eric Martinson. Yeah, Martinson starts it forward. Martinson, like Carlson, one of the new additions to the Växjö blue line this year. Though he has played with Växjö in past years, had gone elsewhere and returned to the team this season. Looking to add to his silverware collection. 2 titles with Växjö in his previous time with the club. Marcus Silvergård along the boards. Sternberg overskates it, taken by Jobke. He finds Simpson. Down the wing, intercepted. Växjö can't make any headway. Stahoviak unable to track it down. Here comes Sternberg. Victor Sternberg, 4th round pick of the Chicago Blackhawks. Still a youngster, just 20 years of age. Nearing 4 minutes to play in the opening period. Here comes McLaughlin across the line. Dropped it off. Intercepted and cleared by Ingolstadt. Bertrand in pursuit of Carlson. Slung around the wall. Intercepted. Ingolstadt buzzing a little bit here. Trying to build on the equalizer of a few moments ago off the stick of Edwards. Bertrand sends it around the boards. Dunham trying to track it down. Checked by Carlson. Over comes Eriksson. Eriksson with an outlet on the right. Now gathered in the neutral ice area and fired in. Williams leaves for his defense. Ingolstadt on the road so far in the CHL, 2-1, with wins in France and Austria. Kozin up against the end boards. Checks Cooper. Down from the line is the goal scorer, Edwards. He'll come back to Edwards. Swings it to the left. Now to the middle. This is dangerous. Rowe fires. And the save is made by Oman. That's better from ERC. Spreading out the defense a little bit, finding a way to get to some better ice. Improved quality of shot between the circles there, and a good test for Oman, who's been excellent. Not so busy in this game, but has been excellent in CHL play for Växjö. 5-0 coming in. 5 wins, no defeats. 2.56 goals against and a .904 save percentage. That includes that wild 7-6 shootout win in Norway against Stavanger. That a game in which Växjö scored 4 goals early in the third to take a 6-2 lead, only to see Stavanger come all the way back with 4 late ones to tie it at 6 and send it beyond 60 minutes. It was a riveting game and a great performance by Stavanger in Norway. Fans will talk about that for a while as it comes to Williams, and he gets a bit of a snow shower for his troubles. A 7-6 game in Stavanger for Växjö. Saw 6 players record multi-point games. That happening in early September. Maybe a bit of a early season feel to the game with the looseness of it defensively, but boy was it entertaining, and I'm sure Oiler fans could not believe their eyes when their team was down 6-2 in the third to the Swedish champions and came back to tie it. Now away from the puck, we've got a whistle, and you see the arm in the air from the referee. Holding is the call. And Lucas Zitterbart, guilty as charged. Zitterbart coming along and putting the grab on Oman. Or Ogren make that. And back to the power play for Växjö. Scored a power play goal earlier in the period. Not the only goal they've tallied. Kalle Kosela polishing off a nice sequence. There's a chance off the stick of Marcus Silvergård, and you don't want him in those spots if you're Ingolstadt. He doesn't need many chances to be able to convert. Blickfeld to the line. Pearson, Blickfeld loads, fires, missed the net. Boards send that one all the way back into the Växjö zone. Pearson played it forward, turned over, man taken down, and play allowed to carry on. Ingolstadt supporters were looking for another call. Might have anticipated a call there from the Växjö side. We'll let the referees do the work. 90 seconds to go in the first period. 1-1 on the night, 5-2 on aggregate. In the right circle, Philip Eriksson goes to the line. Joel Persson sends it back to him. Persson heads off on a change. Dylan McLaughlin trying to maneuver into a free spot here, and it comes his way. McLaughlin to the goal line, sent to the right side. Bit of a bobble. They'll go back to the line, back to that right side, and then across from McLaughlin, who had to try and take it from his skate. It was tough for him. Now he's got it to the line. Carlson looks to his left, loading. They pass off instead of taking the shot. And now go back high in the zone. Right side effort, and it's on target. Devin Williams pins it to his chest. Philip Eriksson getting a chance to work on the power play, the 6th round pick of the Canadians. Is 19 years of age. Maybe didn't get all he wanted on that one with the left shot off the right side, but tests Williams. Gets a chance to stay out there on the power play. Linesman making sure the participants are set for the face-off. Robert Rosine will pull it back. Inside the final minute in period 1. Rosine collects it now below the goal line. Finds McLaughlin. McLaughlin backing up the defense, goes to the blue line, shipped to the right side, long shot, bounces into the corner. Coming out from below the goal line now, backhanded on target, open net, they score! Williams couldn't corral the loose puck, and guess who does? Dylan McLaughlin cashing in again, the man in the top scorer's jersey. Doesn't look like he's going to give that up anytime soon.
Top scorer, 87.
So getting late in the power play, Williams with the save. He was aggressive coming out to deny the close range chance, and then when he was unable to freeze it, the goal was left unguarded to a degree, and McLaughlin knew exactly where to place it. 18 seconds to go in the first period. The goal coming just after the expiration of the power play. But it is a goal, and it's a 2-1 lead in the game, and 6-2 on aggregate. Into the final 10 seconds of this first period, the 4th period of the series. Cross corner shoot in, gathered there, angle effort wide of Williams' goal. And that will complete the opening 20 minutes of play at Vida Arena. Växjö coming in with a 3-goal lead after a 4-1 first leg victory. And they didn't want to let their guard down. They certainly have not. Came out sharp, came out efficient. Dominated in possession. They've got an edge on the scoreboard in the game as well. They lead at 2-1 after 1. Kosala and McLaughlin scoring on either side of a reply from Maury Edwards. And after 1 period of play at Vida Arena in Växjö, 2-1, the Lakers have the lead over ERC. And it is 6-2 on the aggregate. We will pause for the first intermission. Back with second period play-by-play from Sweden shortly.
större företagen i Ingolstadt ställer fullständigt. Februari mankande korssida 21.
Växjö Lakers returning to the ice in their home arena, Vida Arena in Växjö, Sweden. Great to have you along. Their opponent, Ingolstadt of the DEL, Germany's top flight, that is, and we stand at 2-1 on the evening, 6-2 on the aggregate. Växjö, a 4-1 winner in Germany last week. Led 2-0 after one, 4-1 through two. The teams played a goalless third despite a good push from Ingolstadt, who had the edge in shots in that third period. Even took the goalie out trying to narrow the gap. They could not, so the night started 4-1. Dylan McLaughlin has the second of the two Växjö goals in the contest this evening. And once again, 2-1 Växjö after 20 minutes of play. And 6-2 across the two legs. Winner of the matchup advances to take on the team that emerges from Genève Servette and Red Bull Munich in the quarterfinals. Maury Edwards has the goal for Ingolstadt, the veteran player with his first goal in the Champions Hockey League this season. Shots on goal in period one, 7-5 in favor of Växjö, who had a wide edge territorially. They opened the scoring in a power play at 8-11. Kalle Kosala collecting the goal, the top scorer in the Swedish Hockey League at the moment. And that was a beautifully orchestrated power play tally. Great puck movement, player movement. Finished off by Kosala taking a feed from Marcus Silvergård, who leads the SHL in goals. Teams are at full and even strength to begin the second frame. The home side in orange, the visitors are in white. Puck is dropped, the second period begins. Long way to go and a short time to get there for Ingolstadt. But we'll see. Blickfeld puts it in on goal. Williams takes care of that easily. Since the two teams played last week in Germany, Växjö with back-to-back shootout wins in the Swedish Hockey League. They won 5-4 on Thursday against Skellefteå, and then on Saturday 4-3 in a big game with Linköping, one of the surprise sides in the SHL this year. So successful work domestically for Växjö. 4 points from 2 games after their trip to Germany. False start in the faceoff, they'll try it again. You see Kosala, the left-hand shot, flipping his stick over to take this on the right side so he can pull it to the wall if things work out. They didn't that time. Bodie bounces it off the boards. Started ahead from Maginot. Taken up by Växjö. Pressure from Kozen. Kozen trying to get in there in his first CHL game for Ingolstadt. Longtime KHL player. Back to the blue line. Slapper there from Bodie into the air and swatted away from the side of the crease. Bodie at the line. Steers it out to the right. Hoito got a touch into the corner. Now Bodie down from his blue line position, trying to keep it alive. They do that. Kozen. Good start to the period here from Ingolstadt. Rowe off the boards, trying to find a teammate. The pass comes back his way. Rowe strong on the puck, will play it off. Good opportunity there. That's zipped towards the netminder Oman as Wagner got free. Rowe was drawing everybody's attention, and Wagner got himself into a good spot. There's a redirect from Kozen that had some potential. Brandon Kozen had a tryout with the Colorado Avalanche to begin the year. 3-time KHL All-Star. Netminder Oman sweating a little on that exchange a little bit earlier on, just into period 2. 2-1 in the game. Teams separated by 4 on aggregate. Växjö on top. '16-17 CHL season, the last time Växjö went beyond the round of 16. They had their best result that year. They reached the semifinal or they bowed out to Sparta Prague. Persson down that right side. It'll come back towards the line. Arister, Williams in a good spot. Holds, and the whistle follows. Joel Persson didn't play in the opening leg. Had limited participation for Sweden in the Karjala Cup. This is a guy who sees a lot of ice for this team. In the lineup for this one. Off the drop of the puck, taken by Maginot. Maginot, St. Denis, back to Maginot, around the right side. Ingolstadt trying to get some speed up and get to the offense. Växjö controlling, they'll come to center. Marcus Silvergård, cross ice shoot in. Along the board, Sternborg. Marcus on it once more. Looks to the right side, controlled. Jatari fires it. And Williams will squeeze that. Devin Williams looking very comfortable on those shots from mid-range, long range, shots he can see. Växjö has had success in this game when they get the puck moving around, get the defense going side to side or north-south, get the goaltender moving as well. That's when things get very difficult and offense has a better chance to succeed. Off the restart, Ingolstadt to the center ice area, then lifted into the air. Scooting after it himself, and the shoot in is Hoitel. Ingolstadt having to back off now with possession to Växjö. Well, domestically for Ingolstadt since the game last week against Växjö, as Williams considers playing it, then elects to hold on. A win for Ingolstadt Friday against Red Bull Munich. And then a point from a shootout loss against Adler Mannheim on Sunday. The CHL teams from the DEL meeting up. And they've earned 10 points from their last 5 games in the German league. So even though they sit in 10th spot in that last playoff spot, they are starting to round into form. And it's meaning good things for them, at least on the DEL front. Kosala will get it back to Cooper. He goes along the boards. Stays on the right side. Back to the line, Cooper. He goes to the far point. Now back to the blue line, more central. Off the side of the post, and then recognizing it as it got just in behind him was Williams, and he's able to hold on. I'm not sure Williams knew where that was until it hit the side of the net. Wicked drive through traffic. Williams did get a little piece of it. And then it hits the post. And very relieved to see it come back his way, Devin Williams. Cleanly won face-off. Onto the kick plate. Blickfeld centers. Shot doesn't get to the net. 3.5 into period 2. Game 2 of the 2-game total goal matchup as the playoffs are underway in the Champions Hockey League. Martinson puts it on the wing. Blickfeld stopped up. Ingolstadt clearing it to the Växjö line. Taken from there by Kraus. Dropped off. Rowe fires. Kicked away by Oman. Comes back the way of Rowe. Then taken by Växjö. Eric Martinson on the near side, then right along the right wing boards. As they come into the zone, Hugo Gustafsson will send it to Cooper. Then the one-timer stopped by Williams. Turns that to the corner. Ingolstadt unable to clear. A bit of a cycle along the left side. Back towards the line, bounces into the corner, breaking things up. Wagner. Pass snapped on the wing. And it will be icing charge to Ingolstadt. They'll at least get to stop the pressure on the offensive end from Växjö, but the players on the ice will not be allowed to change. They'll reorganize to defend. Look at the terrific support from the Ingolstadt bunch on hand. Singing proudly, wearing their team colors. And if this is their last action in the CHL for this time around, they'll be there to see it and send their team off in style. But still 15 minutes to go in period 2. 6-2 on the aggregate for the Swedish champs. Wagner around the boards. Comes back to him. He's got his head up, played it to the blue line area, just deflected down in the Växjö zone. Now they'll start it ahead. Persson on the wing. Glanced off the stick of Marcus Silvergård, comes around the near side and back to the line. Jatari scoops it forward. Sternborg in the corner, met there by Maginot. Maginot comes away with it, and he'll loft it to center. 13 shots in the game so far for Växjö. 7 in the first, 6 more here in the second. Many of them from long range. Did have one go off the post a moment ago. Williams out of the net, fails to stop it. Good reaction there from Hoytel, got the puck on the boards. Ingolstadt just having a difficult time transitioning from defense to attack. Piece of their transition. Not able to consistently get away from or in behind the Lakers, who are a speedy and very well-structured team, it has to be said. That's been a key to their success in the SHL. Pressure on the pass ahead. Good work there from Ingolstadt. They'll get possession out in front, and that's a great opportunity to tie the contest. That's something for Ingolstadt to build on. That type of play can lead to chances. Bertrand in control. Into the right circle. Comes back the way of Bertrand. He can't get a shot away. Play still alive in that attack zone. Dunham scooped it behind the net. Good turn here from Höflin, Bertrand, and Dunham. A little more depth in the Ingolstadt lineup as the offside is called, with the changes on the right side of their forward group tonight, 3 of them. And they're hanging around in leg 2 with a big gap to make up overall as we pause in period 2.
If we get the puck and we have been on the ice for a long time, just shoot it as icing. That's what we normally do. Don't shoot it into the middle, shoot it on the wall. And then we reset. We are way better than them, but don't give them any shit here by getting pucks to the wrong areas. Keep the puck on the wall if we're under pressure. Just shoot it on the wall. Yeah. Same for the forwards. Be smart down there. Take a defensive position if they pressure us. Chip it out, fine. Play trap, we're good. Don't have to overdo it.
To the point, and very sensible from Jörgen Jansson behind that Växjö bench. Wouldn't expect anything different. Keep it simple when you're under pressure. Get the puck around the boards, take an icing if you have to, and reset. Some of the words of advice. The bottom line, don't give them anything easy. Don't let them back into the game by getting sloppy. Växjö, by and large, very neat and tidy in this game. They have looked like a team with a purpose. And they get another shot here in the offensive zone. That'll hit the protective netting and lead to a halt with 2:12, or that's 12:27 remaining here in the second period. There's the chance a moment ago coming from that up ice pressure, and boy, that was really close to 2-2. Mirko Höflin, you saw a moment ago, had career highs of 14 goals, 24 assists last season. Växjö gets the face-off. Cooper from the skate to the stick. The shot deflects just wide. Växjö keeping it going in the offensive zone, working off that right side. Manuel Ogren looking for Cooper, doesn't work. He's under pressure from Kozen. He can motor. Kozen getting it out in front. And the back checking of Växjö breaks things up just in time. You can see the pace and persistence of Kozen creating issues. Cooper back in his own zone, hounded by Rowe. Rowe is able to bump that puck to Kraus. They look out in front. There's contact in the crease, and that leads to a stoppage. Brandon Kozen with an exchange with his opponent. Good work along the boards here. I thought that Kraus and Rowe did excellent work to get the puck towards the front of the net. Kozen crashing the crease. And all that effective play at the offensive end leads to the first power play of the game for Ingolstadt. A reminder, new CHL regulations mean you've got to serve the full sentence when you take a penalty, so this is 2 minutes of power play time for Ingolstadt. That could be very valuable to them. Played towards the net by Edwards, who has the goal for Ingolstadt in the game, but dumped down the ice. Edwards back to try and collect. Heat's on him. Hoytel comes over to help, so does Stahoviak. Stahoviak peels it away, and then it goes back behind the net. Stahoviak lost the handle, taken by Växjö. They'll snap it forward, then played into the zone by Ludvig Nilsson. Rosian takes the seat for 2 minutes for the hook. And Ingolstadt a little out of sorts to get the power play started, and they'll take an icing call. The penalty kill has not been a strength in the Champions Hockey League. Ingolstadt, their power play has not helped them either. 8.7% effective. That's right near the bottom of the participating teams. But boy, they could use something here. What a difference a couple of power play goals could make for Ingolstadt halfway through this second leg. Played to the right side. Now they look to get it in. Right corner, Pieta sends it back towards the line. It's off the stick of the number 10, Höflin, and he'll scoop it up. They'll start fresh. Down the right side, Hoytel. Played to the net. Oman passes it off, and it's cleared the length of the ice for Williams. Williams trying to hurry things up. His pass is errant. And the Ingolstadt power play is passing them by, down to 38 seconds to go in the 5-on-4. They really have not created much at all. St. Denis with a pass forward. Now across the line, Rowe. Bodie steps to the middle. Kozen on that right side. He's in the circle. Kozen looks to the net. Hit the post. Terrific shot by Kozen. So close to 2-2 in the game, and it just didn't quite bounce his way. Power play has not offered a lot, but that was very fine margins from tying this game at 2. Teams now back at even strength. Ingolstadt with a loud post for their first power play of the game. (2-1) in the contest, 6-2 over the 2 legs. In behind the Växjö goal. On the left side, further ahead, Sternborg after it, comes to the boards with Wagner. Stahoviak, Maginot. Stahoviak, team's CHL top scorer jersey wear. There were 4 players on 4 points heading into the game as that shot comes off the stick of Wagner. 4 players on 4 points for Ingolstadt coming in. Stahoviak wearing the top scorer's jersey. But Maury Edwards now on 5 points after scoring in the first period. Back to the line. From the right side, shot towards the net, stopped by Oman. The rebound was in a tempting spot for Ingolstadt. They couldn't get to it. Intensity dipping a little bit here for Växjö in the middle part of the second period. A chance for Ingolstadt to dig back into this. Bertrand. Friedrich. He'll bump it off the boards at the line, wristed towards the net. Kerms. Just a little loose right now from the Lakers. Ahead for McLaughlin. McLaughlin snaps one, a tricky release. Bounces to the far boards. Ingolstadt around the wall looking for a way out of the zone. Comes to Jobke. Far side, St. Denis. St. Denis around his man to the front of the net. Jammed it towards the cage and they just about pounded in. St. Denis with an excellent game in the first leg, making his presence felt there. 7.5 remains in period 2 of leg 2. Bodie has a look. Goes cross ice to the corner. And Växjö more than happy to play it ahead. Marcus Silvergård got a touch. Here's a break now in. Växjö with a shot. Williams turns it away. Good look there from Manuel Ogren. And Williams makes the stop. Launched out of the zone by Ingolstadt. Back to pick it up. Joel Persson. Kozen up ice. Trying to angle Växjö to one side. They break through that quickly. Get to the right side. Sternberg across the line. Persson to his left. Carlson to the middle. They change. Persson fires. And the stop is made by Williams. And the play is halted. Winding our way through period 2 of leg 2. And Växjö leads on the night 2-1, comfortably on top on aggregate.
Krauser, I think you got to close the distance on that D. I think the lower that we stop, they're just moving back and forth. I would keep going at them. You know what I mean? Get your stick out front of you and go at them. Hoof, Bert, Dunham, you guys are up.
Växjö 2, Ingolstadt 1. Just over 6.5 to go in period 2 of game 2. Winner moves on to the Champions Hockey League quarterfinals. 2-game total goal matchup there as well. It'll get underway in a couple of weeks. Växjö looking to get past the round of 16 for the first time since the 16-17 season. Had a 2-0 advantage after the first in the first leg in Ingolstadt last week. 4-1 after the second there. Then the teams were scoreless in the third. We're scoreless in the second. All 3 goals in the game coming back in period 1. Wagner at the line. Goes right. The blast from Edwards takes a bounce. Centering effort blocked by Växjö. Nilsson trying to get it across the line. Knocked down by Stahoviak. He's slowed up. And a penalty on the way here to Växjö as they touch. The whistle sounds. And the Lakers will send a man to the box. Second power play of the period coming up. You see the turnover there, and reaching in, reacting was Philip Eriksson. The youngster didn't get his feet moving, instead just did the natural reaction of reaching out with his stick. And there's the chance a moment ago from Kozin. What a release that was to get by Adam Oman. And wow, that was a fraction of an inch from tying this one at 2. Faceoff goes back the line. Bodie plays it across to the right, unable to keep it in. Ingolstadt, Kozin outside the line, and offside is called. Kozin doesn't like the call, or maybe he's just frustrated with himself. He couldn't keep it in. Whatever the case, faceoff will come outside the line. From the faceoff, controlled by the Lakers. Växjö bouncing one down the ice. Bodie, Rowe, he redirects. Now some speed coming out of the zone as St. Denis marches across the line. He'll give to Kozin. Kozin watched on the boards. Simpson back to Kozin. Bodie on the right side. Goal line, top of the circle, intended for Kozin. Now there's a bit of a problem. Foot race on, and down the wing comes the Växjö player, shooting it off the wing and just about testing Williams. Kozin gains the line. Bodie, Rowe. Simpson can't pick it up. St. Denis does. Here's Kozin. Circles off the wall. Worked into the right side face-off circle. Power play looking better now here for Ingolstadt. Possession, now they got to get it to the net. Simpson cross ice, and that one had a chance. Doesn't go. Well worked by the power play, just couldn't finish. Still 40 seconds to go in it as it's dumped down the ice and personnel is adjusted. Bodie forward, comes to Stahoviak. Down the right wing, Ingolstadt taking it behind the net. Pieta, left wing boards. At the line, Edwards to his right. Then it's stopped up. Cleared as far as the center ice area. Pieta with that nice put away for the Ingolstadt goal in game 1. All the way back into the zone, picked up by Maury Edwards as the power play comes to a close. It was a better power play, and they had one glorious opportunity but couldn't get it to go. Ingolstadt has had a post and a wide open chance here in the second period. Neither team has cashed in the middle 20. Played in by the visitors. Racing after it, Charles Bertrand. Friedrich. He'll maneuver and get it to the line. Bertrand on it once more. Heavy hit along the boards as Neuenhaus's body, but still Ingolstadt puck. Now a chance. Saved by Oman, loose in the crease. And it's taken to the boards. McLaughlin there. Some good sequences in this middle period from Ingolstadt. Time not on their side. Less than 3 minutes to go in the second period of the second game of the two-game total goal matchup. And they trail it by 4. Pearson sends the pass to center. Played ahead, intercepted at the defense. And Ingolstadt working it forward. Växjö, 7 games in the CHL this season, yet to taste defeat. And when playing at home, 5-2 winners over Aalborg, 4-0 winners over BLBN, 3-2 overtime victors against Rapperswil Jona. And now here taking on Ingolstadt and leading at 2-1 late in period 2. Kozin sends it to the line. There's a blast. Oman the save. Loose in front. They jam and they can't finish again. Andrew Rowe can't believe it. On the doorstep. Couldn't get the red light on. Here's Kozin. Posen on that right side, snaps it towards the net. Oman stops, and now he'll lunge out. Quick whistle from the referee. Växjö glad to have the stoppage. There's Simpson cross ice on the wide open chance from St. Denis earlier in the period. And then here, how about this? Loose at the side of the net. They can't get it to go. A drive in front. And there it is for the finishing. And once again, just can't get it across that goal line. Much improved period for Ingolstadt. And that final piece escaping them on a couple of occasions. Boy, imagine if two of those three had gone in. Feel a little bit different here, winding our way through the second. Back at the line, worked along the boards. Now the shot from the wing, and it's blocked. Everybody looking for it. It had gone way up in the air and finally bounces down, and Växjö was able to get it out. Williams around the boards. Växjö regrouping from its own blue line. They'll send it ahead. Blickfeld. Into the corner. Kosala bumps into his man, Wagner. Final minute in period 2 on the go. Ingolstadt through St. Denis to center and across. Dumped into the zone. Bertrand on the right side. Takes it to the line, held in. It'll go right along that line. Bodie shoots it. Hit the end boards. Picked up by Växjö. They looked for something central there. It was off the stick of Kosala, but intercepted. Now they're in the midst of a change, Växjö. They'll need to be careful. Now they're driving to the net. It's Ingolstadt who has to be careful. Good chance. Goes just wide. Last 15 to go in period 2. Gabriel Carlson working away from the checking of Wayne Simpson. Second period winding down, a much improved period for Ingolstadt, but nothing to show for it as the horn sounds. Bringing to an end period number 2 of leg 2. 2-1, the Växjö Lakers leading ERC Ingolstadt in the game. And ahead 6-2 over the 2 legs. Växjö poised to advance beyond the round of 16 to the quarterfinal for the first time since 2016-2017. One period to look after to complete that mission. Tall task ahead for Ingolstadt. Had a very good second period, had chances to score. Their time in the CHL for 23-24, maybe down to just 20 minutes. We'll see what they can do in period 3. The pause to set things up for the final frame before then. Stick around, more to come from Växjö, Sweden. back at Vida Arena in Växjö, Sweden. Great to have you along. It's the third period of the second leg of the two-game total goal showdown between Växjö and Ingolstadt. Växjö, the Swedish champs, in a very good position to move on to the Champions Hockey League quarterfinal. They laid 2-1 in game 2. They laid 6-2 on the aggregate with 1 period to play of regulation time in the second leg. No scoring in the second period. It was an improved period for Ingolstadt, who came close on several occasions to adding to their total. And they outshot the hosts 10-8, but that strong first period, that purposeful first period of play from Växjö, have them in a comfortable spot as we get ready for the third. 4-1 the score on the opener last week in Ingolstadt in Germany. The goals from Toby Rita, Gabriel Carlson, Victor Sternborg, and Dylan McLaughlin. Kalle Kosula and McLaughlin with his second in as many games, adding to the total. Maury Edwards has the goal this time around for Ingolstadt. Daniel Pieta scored in last week's game. 4 goals separate the teams as we begin period number 3 of game number 2. Växjö trying to remain unbeaten. They've gone 7 games in the tournament this year without experiencing defeat. 2 games decided beyond 60 minutes, 1 in a shootout. That's 7-6 at Stavanger in Norway, and 1 in overtime at 3-2 in this building against Rapperswil-Jona to close out the regular season. Växjö second among the 24 teams in the regular season. Ingolstadt finishing in 15th, just inside the playoff line. And they get together at center ice to begin the final period of regulation time in the 2-game total goal matchup. Ingolstadt in white and the hosts in orange. Ingolstadt started their tournament with 3 consecutive wins, but haven't tasted victory since. There's a drive on Oman with Kozen going to the net. Back the other way, Blickfeld. Loses the handle to Rowe. Andrew Rowe will find Bodie, Matt Bodie, and then D to D and down the ice. Racing after it is Rowe trying to get there. And he thought he could nullify that icing call. Didn't work out. Ingolstadt, a team that is coming along in the DEL after a sluggish start. They were very good last year, of course. That's how they qualified for the Champions Hockey League. But find themselves improving domestically after a sluggish start. A couple of good results over the weekend with a win against Red Bull Munich and a single point from a shootout defeat against Adler Mannheim. Mark French's team finding its form, and evidence of that with that better second period. Trying to keep it going here in the third. Hard to know exactly what Växjö was thinking coming in with a 3-goal lead, but they looked like a team with purpose in that first period, like they wanted to take this one completely within their control with a good first period. And they helped their cause, extending the advantage to 4 goals. Perhaps that human nature kicking in the second period, easing up just a little or losing the focus just a little. Jörgen Jansson telling them during one of the power breaks to keep things simple and not invite Ingolstadt back into the game. And now we find ourselves 75 seconds into the third. 1 goal separating the teams on the night, and again 4 dividing them on the aggregate. Turnover here, and a chance for a break. Racing in on goal is Friedrich, and the shot doesn't find the back of the net as Adam Oman came out to take away the angle. Quick transition there on the change of possession, and Ingolstadt comes close. There's a drive from long range. Controlled from the right side. Stahoviak at the line, puts it off the end boards. Centering, Simpson knocks it wide. Now they're buzzing. Stahoviak fires it wide on the far side. Maginot into the corner for Stahoviak. From the blue line, sent deep off the end board. Simpson couldn't corral it. kept in at the line. But scooped up and played to Sternborg. He overskates. Ingolstadt with a man on the right closing in. The shot saved by Adam Oman. Kevin Maginot came down from his blue line position. Left-hand shot on the right side and snapped one at the net. There's the breakaway from Friedrich, and credit Oman coming out to take away the angle and then reacting to the shot headed for the top corner. They have had their chances as Friedrich shakes his head. Several close calls in the second period. And more here in the third. Bodie off the wing. Top of the circle. Driven on target. Snatched out of the air by Oman. Jan Nijenhuis into the lineup for this game, along with Charles Bertrand. And the new signing, Brandon Kozin. It's kind of a new look right side for the forward group for Ingolstadt. And they've been very competitive. Had a good third period in the first game too. Chances in the second period of that first game also. So some things to feel good about as that one's blasted into the net. The goaltender down and out as the puck came his way. And is there any argument from Växjö here about goaltender interference? We'll need another look to see how Oman ended up on his side. Whatever the case, the referee closest to the goal didn't seem to have a problem with things, and Matt Bodie leads the celebration line. Here's Oman. Pieta in front. Their skates get tangled. Oman goes down. The shot comes in. And you see the referee awarding the goal. So the call on the ice is a good goal. The video will have to overturn it as they're getting set to take a look. Bodie did the smart thing, get it into the top of the net and let the officials sort it out. Coach's challenge from Jorgen Janssen. Nothing to lose. It's just a matter of where Pieta was stationed in relation to the crease. If he was inside the crease and didn't allow Oman to defend his goal, well, then there's going to be a problem. Tough to tell from that position. Here we go. That looks like Pieta's outside the crease when Oman makes contact. That's my first reaction to seeing where the first contact skate to skate is. If it's a good goal, it's 2-2 on the night. 6-3 on aggregate. Let's take another look. Side to side with the puck, side to side Oman bumping into Pieta. Down goes the netminder. And the closest referee there, no hesitation, indicating it's a goal. So this will have to change their minds. Lengthy delay, but they want to get it right. There's no doubt that the skates clashed. And clearly Oman lost his footing. It's about where those skates came together. Referees tonight, Misha Hebeisen and Cedric Borga from Switzerland. And after a thorough examination, the call on the ice stands. Matt Bodie's got himself a goal here in the Champions Hockey League in Sweden. So Kosela opened the scoring in the first. Edwards canceled it out. McLaughlin put Växjö on top before the first period was complete. But now in the third, we've got another goal from the traveling team, and we've got a 2-2 second leg. 3 goals separate the squads with 17 minutes to play here in the third. Up down the ice, picked up by Wagner. He plays it off short. Ingolstadt trying to find a way forward. Edwards to center. Look to his left. The pass neatly broken up there, and then offside called at the Växjö line. Well, this might be an appropriate time to bring up that Växjö game in Norway against Stavanger, where Växjö had a 6-2 third period lead. And the Oilers came all the way back to tie it at 6 before the game was decided in a shootout. That is a very rare occurrence in hockey, period, but especially in a game involving Växjö with how structured they are. But you never know, it's happened before, and plenty of motivation here for Ingolstadt. Certainly motivation for Växjö as well to advance to the Champions Hockey League quarterfinal. Let's see what's in store here in the third. In that Ingolstadt zone, goes back towards the line, pass splits the D. Kozin will chase after it. He can scoot. Out of the net is Oman. He played it very well across the zone. Settles behind the goal and then played forward into the Ingolstadt zone. Maginot gave it to Simpson, who gives it back. Right side to left and ahead. The pass intercepted. McLaughlin forward on the left wing. Now McLaughlin winding back into his own zone, pushes it out to the right. Long shoot in, looking for help from Sternborg. He gets there. He scored a terrific goal in the opening leg to make it 3-1 in the second. Back to the line, a blast there and snatched out of the air. Good glove grab there from Williams. Carlson, lots of room and time, and he got all of it. Williams was ready and made the grab. There's a look, and the netminder watching it right into his glove. Smart save. So Matt Bodie with the goal here in the third that ties this contest at 2. Pass ahead on the right wing side. Taken by Pieta. Pocket picked by Persson, then he is checked. Pieta goes to the line. Simpson to make that Edwards on the right. Middle of the line, long shot. Wagner tipped in front. Pieta bounces to the boards. St. Denis along the wall trying to get something done. Taken from him. And Växjö organizing to exit the zone. Good pressure from St. Denis. 5 minutes played in the third. Ingolstadt has scored. We've got a 2-2 tie. But the team still separated by 3 as a result of that opening leg 1 week ago, going to Växjö 4-1 in Ingolstadt. 15 versus 2 matchup, or 2 versus 15, depending how you want to see it, from the regular season. So clear who the favorite is, clear who the underdog is, but very competitive game here in Ingolstadt. Back for more. There's a shot, save, rebound, and they just can't get to it as Heudel came in and tested Oman. Ingolstadt brought a plane load of fans with them for this game, and they're giving them lots to cheer about. There's a chance and a goal. Fired in off the wing. Philipp Kraus, the German international, who competed for his nation in the recent Deutschland Cup won by Germany, and Kraus there to zip one past Oman, and it has to be said it was coming. So that's 2 in period 3. 2 goals separate the teams. Bertrand with that speed through the neutral zone. Kraus joining the play, and he snapped that one. Nice little pass there from Andrew Rowe, and a good finish. They're really enjoying the trip all of a sudden. Still 14 to go in the third. 3-2 in the game, 6-4 on aggregate. Mark French took his goaltender out in the opening leg, surprising a lot of people, trying to narrow the gap. He is a creative thinker, who knows? we will see as this third period unfolds. Jockey against the boards in his own zone. Pried it loose, taken up by Växjö though. Steered along that right side. Now work free off the boards, looking to the slot. Creeping in there was Martinson, didn't get to him. Gathered by Kozin, who crosses the line. Kozin looking to get free on the right, and the pass just didn't come back to him. He had a lane. Ingolstadt feeling it here. Williams snaps the puck ahead. That was intercepted, and it was heading for the yawning cage. Ingolstadt doing fine. They don't need to force things and get themselves out of sorts, opening up things for Växjö. Remember Växjö with that championship pedigree, the reigning champs in the SHL. 4 titles and the last 8 awarded in the Swedish Hockey League. This team knows how to win pressure games as the whistle blows. And the play is paused. Ludvig Larsson and his team suddenly feeling a little bit more tension in this third period than they had anticipated. 2 goals in the frame from Ingolstadt have the gap at 2 on the aggregate. 6-4 favoring the Lakers with plenty of time to go here in the third. So Matt Bodie, Philip Kraus scoring here in the third for Ingolstadt. They've got a 3-2 lead in the game. We're at 6-4 on aggregate. Shots are 7-1. Ingolstadt in the third. And a good second period. They've built on it here in period 3. A couple of things gone their way in the second. We might be even. Big performance here in the second leg from Ingolstadt. Philip Kraus, the most recent goal getter. Rowe and Bertrand, the assists. And now assists clarified on the Bodie goal. They go to Hoitel and Pieta. Every one of these offensive zone faceoffs means so much now from an Ingolstadt point of view, defensively from a Växjö point of view. And they'll get the draw. Cooper puts it on the boards. It's knocked down. St. Dennis had it hop over his stick. Out of the zone with it is Kosela. He finds Blickfeld. Blickfeld trying to get around and in behind Wagner. Blickfeld working on that line with Rida and Kosela. Marcus Silvergård often on that right side in previous games. Martinson dishes to his right. Cooper fires. Good look there from the defenseman. And Växjö perhaps picking it up a little now. Ingolstadt would certainly have their attention. Forward on the left side. They'll cross center and flip it ahead. Gustafsson shooting it in. Bodie wrapping it around. Just cleared out of the zone by Bertrand. And right back comes Växjö from the left side. Angle toward the net. That one changing course and just about nestling in the back of the net. Then up and out of play to get a stoppage. And yes, Växjö just putting their foot down on the gas pedal a little bit here after the 2 goals from Ingolstadt. Hugo Gustafsson to the front of the net, and that just caromed off the attacker Manuel Ogren, and could have been a very, very helpful goal for Växjö as they look for a little bit more insurance. Bodie off the draw, plays it to his D partner. Tight checking there, and it's up into the netting. Leon Hoytel, a young defenseman who had 10 points 2 years ago, 22 points last year. Playing with the very experienced Matt Bodie, and seems to be growing into a more and more important role with Ingolstadt. Goals separated the teams after the opening leg. Just 2 now. 11 minutes to go in the third. Ingolstadt to center and beyond. Kozan on the right side. He goes cross ice. Open chance and a great save there. Adam Oman comes across. And the blast from Hoytel is absorbed by the netminder. Perhaps his biggest save of the game. Kozan with great vision whipped that pass right on the money. And Hoytel directed it towards the net. Oman, great transition going from side to side, and he makes the save. From the faceoff, Kozan into the corner. Heavy check there as Kraus is knocked to the ice. Puck comes to the side of the goal. Arvid Hurtig, youngster, getting a chance on the blue line in a big game here up alongside Zach Chitari. He's settling in very nicely after coming over from the American Hockey League. Kozan ahead on the wing. Kraus put it in deep. Kozan slings it around the wall. Quickly to it, kept in by Ingolstadt. Växjö with a chance to get it out, and now they'll take that chance as Ludvig Nilsson gets to center and across. Williams leaves. Pass picked off. Good checking from Blickfeld. He sends it out in front. At the line, just chipped outside. And Växjö regroups. Eric Martinson starting forward for the Lakers. Two straight goals in this game for Ingolstadt. Have them in front 3-2 in the game. Trailing it by 2 on aggregate. Long shot knocked down. Williams is trying to find it through a crowd. Kosela buzzing. Kalle Kosela being obstructed. He'll go to the line. Pass kept in by Cooper. Now he's forced to back up. And Cooper will bring it across the blue line. Snap to drive. Bounce to the corner. Worked around the near side. Edwards forward. St. Denis aggressive down the boards. He's running too. Lakers play it ahead. Room on the left side. Ogren being watched by Hoytel. Does a nice job to manage the puck to the line for Carlson. Right side. Persson. Ingolstadt catching up to it and just hoisting it away. Down the ice it goes. Play carrying on. Bertrand along the boards. Former Tapper player dispossessed. Persson. Carlson being hounded there. Good checking by Bertrand. Takes him to the boards. Bertrand waiting for a little help. It comes. Two skaters coming in. Kraus and Rowe. They'll work it off the boards. Good forechecking here from Ingolstadt. Making it very difficult for Växjö to leave the zone. Now, McLaughlin, who scored in each leg, starts it forward. Tracking back for it. Hoytel winds his way ahead. The pass out of the reach of the forward on that left side. Växjö happy to pick it up. Now they'll turn it over. Kozen has a look towards the net, fires the shot, loose in front, pushed in behind, as Kozen continues to create problems for Växjö. Playing his first CHL game for the team. Recent signing, attended Colorado Avalanche training camp. Long-time KHL player, the Canadian Brandon Kozen. Real influence in this game. Emil Silvergård. Fabio Wagner back to collect. Still more than 7 minutes to go in period 3 of this second leg. Only 2 goals separate the teams. Cooper's back into his own zone. St. Denis watching him, strips the puck. Tight quarters along the boards. Edwards along that right side. Stahoviak gathers it in to the blue line, winding, firing, and caught as it's destined for that bottom corner, but grabbed on by Oman. And he will bring the play to a halt, and we'll get a pause with Ingolstadt coming on and trying to do something special here in the third period of the second leg.
That's fine. Let's go with one shift with PT with 2D then. 2D. You got both and Hoots. Hey. Freeze. I want you to hold. I want Pieta. Bert. And Wojo, you guys are up here. Hey, you've got 2D here.
What time are they expecting? Just a ballpark. 5-ish?
Yeah, first sustained play probably inside 5, under 5. All right, so then I've got Saintsy going with that next unit. So you've got Simmer and Wags. Who? Simmer and Eddie. All right, Kozen, Saintsy, Rosie, you guys are up next.
Large numbers of traveling support from Ingolstadt making the trip to Sweden, and they are enjoying the way this is playing out. Their team's got a shot, down 4-1 after the first leg. It is now 6-4 on aggregate. Ingolstadt leading 3-2 in the game thanks to goals from Bodie and Kraus here in the third period at Vida Arena in Växjö. You heard Mark French talking over at the bench, perhaps during the power break, and suggestion about when they might get the goalie out for the extra skater. That's a couple of minutes away yet. From the face-off along the boards. Stahoviak couldn't corral it. Bodie will backtrack now and find it. Bodie being checked. Puck takes a bounce in behind. Bodie comes together with the Växjö forward. A couple of 22s on the scene. Bodie ahead. Stahoviak on the march. He gets it to the right side. Bertrand put it to the goal, deflected, and it's into the netting. Much more pace and transition for Ingolstadt. They had a difficult time getting their legs moving, getting out of their own zone to begin the game. They found something. Had several chances to score in the second. Have buried a couple here in the third. Kozen, Bertrand, and Neuenhaus. Kozen and Bertrand in particular, perhaps, into the lineup for this game and changing the options for Mark French. Kozen has been a standout. Växjö looking to put this on ice. In behind the goal they go. Round the left side. Lakers shove it to the corner. Now a stick into a skate along the boards. They're going to allow play to carry on there. Rowe. Across for Kozen. Kozen goes to the blue line. Puck played towards the right side. Snapping it from that right side is Rowe. It got blocked. Foot race back for it is Simpson. Dean Simpson, one of a handful of players in this Ingolstadt lineup who can provide instant offense. Simpson winding forward. Gave it to St. Denis. St. Denis thought Simpson was going to carry on. He was off for a change. 12-2 the shots in the third. Ingolstadt. Dylan McLaughlin. Marcus Silvergård. Top scorer right now, goal scorer that is, in the Swedish Hockey League. Marcus Silvergård, he's got a dozen, had 4 in a game last week. 3 in regulation, plus the shootout winner. Puck bounces away from Kozin. McLaughlin plays it forward. Here's a 2-on-1. Sternborg is in, played the pass across, broken up, and then the shot kicked away by Williams. Bodie gave the puck off as they neared the line. Then he's taken down. That was awkward. He gets up slowly. Less than 5 minutes now to play in the third. Cross ice. Nielsen reaching for it. Tracks it down against the boards. Bumped into. Tight checking. Finding it is Wagner. Ahead on the left. Cross to the near side. Motoring. Snapping it off the rush there was Höflin. And that was up high on the netminder Oman. They need a moment there to adjust his mask. Höflin snapping that shot. It could have ramped off the defender Martinson's stick. It clearly caught the mask of Adam Oman. And he's going to need a moment. Looked like the strap might have come loose on the top of the mask. We've got an equipment delay here. Oman's trying to understand what his options are. Sometimes they'll just hand a goaltender a backup mask and keep going. Oman explaining to the referee what's going on. And here comes that backup mask. So rather than repair the first one and extend the delay, it's just the backup mask for Oman, and they'll get right after it. Pause does allow each of the coaches to rest key players for this critical part of the second leg. Boy, when it was 5-1 on aggregate, 8-11 into the first period, they didn't see this coming. Simpson back at the line. Plays it forward. St. Denis has it taken away. They're across the red line and then across the blue line with the net empty, but the play is called on the offside, so they'll have to get the goaltender back in. Mark French, well aware of the situation and giving his team every possibility to score. Tighten this thing up, getting the extra skater out, but now back to 5-on-5 with Williams taking his place in the goal once again. Face-off is won by Pieta. Puck comes to Simpson. 4 forwards, 1 defender. They're going to try and get the goalie to the net, played out of the zone, or to the bench, that is. And now they play it from the zone ahead on the right side. Driven in by St. Denis. Pressure up ice. Växjö around the boards and clear. And Ingolstadt will regroup. Comes back to Williams. He can't play it. It's in the no-play zone. He just slashed at the stick of the Växjö player. Very awkward for the netminder. 3.5 to go in the third. They want the goalie out. They want the extra skater on. They need to be down at the other end. Växjö able to get possession and hold on. Gabriel Carlson knifing it in. Williams behind the net. Orange jerseys closing. They get the pressure on. Now Växjö working in the Ingolstadt zone. They've had very little of this in the third period, but they've got it at a critical time. Robert Rosine back to the blue line, to the front of the net. 2 people there. What a save by Williams. Devin Williams with the great A stop on the close-in chance from Hugo Gustafsson. Holgren, Gustafsson, Williams. That's a big save. He made a couple of outstanding stops in the first game, and that's a big one here in the second. 3 minutes exactly to go. 3-2 Ingolstadt leads. 6-4 the aggregate total favors Växjö. Into neutral ice. Kozin back to his own zone. Hoitel working ahead. Bounces a puck in, taken by Persson. He wants to spin and clear. He does. Net empty now, and that goes for icing against Växjö. Nothing to save it for now for Ingolstadt. They're down by 2. The clock's working against them, and they've got to make things happen. Adam Oman has to shut the door. 2:40 left. Net empty. 6 skaters against 5. Ingolstadt trying to make more for their traveling support. Significant numbers thereof to get excited about here late on. But Växjö wins and clears. They'll try that again down in the Lakers zone. Joel Persson didn't play in the opening leg. Big minutes here, and especially at this critical time of the game. You expect to see 94 quite a bit. Kozen directing traffic, the newcomer quickly establishing himself. Face-off won by Ingolstadt at the line. They'll work it to St. Denis on the right. He goes into the corner, plays it back to the line. Simpson drops it off. Coverage there for Växjö. This might take care of things. Racing into the empty net. Ludvig Nilsson will put it away. Empty net goal for Ludvig Nilsson. And that ought to wrap it up for Växjö and their supporters. Ingolstadt with a terrific push over periods 2 and 3. They get 2 in this third period to take a 3-2 lead in the game and get to within 2 on aggregate. But just a little sloppy under the pressure from Växjö late in the game with the goalie out. And Ludvig Nilsson makes sure. Second-seeded Växjö against 15th-seeded Ingolstadt. Växjö unbeaten, Ingolstadt losing 4 in a row. But boy, oh boy, this second leg, they were made to work. Very good effort from Ingolstadt, following up on a strong second half of the first game. But it looks like it's going to be Växjö moving on to the quarterfinal. Long lead pass ahead, deflected in by Mirko Hufti. Kosela comes to it, Stahoviak takes. Gets it down low, centering pass, bounces aside. They work from the left wing to the front now, man open in front, taking some time, they'll center, steered wide. 3-3 in the game, remember, Växjö yet to lose as this one's drifted towards the net. Close in chance, turned away, Oman was there. 75 seconds to go in the series. 7-4 Växjö. On aggregate, 3-3 in the game. Centering effort is intercepted. They take it off the window and out. Stahoviak picks it up. Winding his way through neutral ice, Stahoviak. Now down the right side. Taken to the boards. Ingolstadt staying with it. Battling till the very end. What a game performance it has been from Ingolstadt over the 2 legs. Växjö showing its class as well. Interesting matchup, and Växjö, the Swedish champs, are poised to move along. Final 20 seconds. Ludvig Nilsson from ML Silvergard. A couple of guys who are known for rolling up their sleeves and getting to work, taking care of the empty net goal. And made things much more comfortable down the stretch for Växjö. Seconds drain off the clock. This one is complete. Växjö and Ingolstadt 3-3 in the second leg, but it's 7-4 on aggregate. And Adam Oman and Växjö get the job done. Oman continues to be unbeaten in Champions Hockey League play. He has 5 wins and now a draw. But most importantly, his team has punched a ticket to the quarterfinals of the Champions Hockey League. 2016-17, the last time they were beyond the round of 16. That's when they had their best CHL result, where they reached the semifinal, bowing out to Spartak Prague then. The journey continues towards the European trophy. Växjö with a chance to carry on to see just how far they can go after wrapping it up here against Ingolstadt. With a great performance for Ingolstadt, their first appearance in the round of 16. In 2015-16, they reached the round of 32 and were eliminated then 6-5 by Frölunda in overtime. This time 7-4 on aggregate. They fall to another Swedish opponent, this time the Växjö Lakers, bouncing them from the competition. Great year from Ingolstadt, and the great year continues for Växjö as they take care of business with a draw in the second leg. With the result going their way, they will move on to take on the winner of Genève Servette and Red Bull Munich. So Växjö awaiting an opponent. Ingolstadt wrapping things up for their experience in the competition in 23-24. For everybody who works to bring you the Champions Hockey League, thanks for joining us, and so long until next time. My name's Mitch Peacock.
Jaha, jag står här med Jörgen Jönsson, coach i Växjö Lakers. 3-3 mot Ingolstadt. Vad är din kommentar till matchen?
Ja, det är bra att vi är vidare. Jag tycker vi över 120 minuter är det bättre laget än Ingolstadt. Men det är en tuff motståndare. Det är en kul match att spela. De spelar lite annorlunda hockey, lite mer fredigt, öppet. Och när de får hugg som de får här i matchen så blir de jobbiga att möta. Och de gör ett bra motstånd.
Ni går bra i ligan, Jörgen, med topplacering och nu är ni klara för kvartsfinal. Du har en bra period på ditt jobb.
Ja, men det är bra. Det är klart att vi är ett fantastiskt lag och spelar. Vi är många duktiga individer och jag tycker att killarna jobbar jättehårt. Det finns detaljer i spelet som man alltid kan göra bättre, men på det stora hela så är det klart att vi är en positiv trend.
Och nu väntar kvartsfinal. Har du någon speciell motståndare du ser fram emot?
Nej, jag tycker det är det som är kul med Champions Hockey League. Det är topplag i Europa. Vi får möta, om jag förstår det rätt, Red Bull München eller Genève, och båda de två är ju topp i sina respektive länder och med mycket, mycket hög kvalitet i laget. Så att det kommer att bli kul match.
Grattis Jörgen.
Tack så mycket.
Mark French, head coach in Ingolstadt. It's bye-bye, but you ended very well in this match.
Yeah, I mean, big hurdle to climb after 4-1 at home. You know, for us, we gave ourselves an opportunity to pull the goalie and make it interesting. I'm proud of our guys and how they approach this game.
You must be very proud the last 2 periods in this game.
Yeah, I agree. A little bit of a slow start. But I liked our second period, and I like how we finished in the third. Unfortunately, falling short, but I think we played a really good team, very quality team, and I think those things will make you better in the long run.
We in Växjö are very impressed when you heard behind you 150 fans from southern Germany coming here for support you.
Yeah,
it must be fantastic for you and the players.
Yeah, it is. We feel very fortunate that we have their support. I think there's a very good relationship between the team and their fans, and for them to travel like they did, I think that's the beauty of the Champions League. They get to come to a very traditional hockey market, see a very good team, and you know, gain more hockey knowledge. But we're certainly glad they were able to accompany us.
Thank you, Mark.
All right, thank you.
What a goal! Oh my What a goal! Oh my goodness! What an attempt that is! And the pocket flick and they score!
Tobias Rieder, German player in Växjö Lakers and a very popular player here by the fans. How was it to total beat your countryman?
Yeah, you know, I guess it's fun winning, you know, every series, but you know, it was great, you know, playing against Ingolstadt, you know, getting to go to Ingolstadt, have my parents there watching games, and now, you know, finish off the series.